Best medicinal herbs to grow, harvest and how to use them. Knowing which medicinal herbs to grow and their uses can be daunting. Here are the top 15 herbs we recommend and their common remedies. Home remedies are wonderful to have in a time of need, especially for boosting your immune system naturally. But as with any home medicinal cabinet, it's not built in a day. Some of our favorites are these homemade cough remedies, homemade elderberry syrup, medicinal hop tea, this remedy for chest congestion, and even this mustard plaster remedy. If you want to learn more best medicinal herbs, so click the link in video description for visit the official website. As with all medicinal herbs or remedies, it's our recommendation to use them under the close supervision of a licensed practitioner. We cannot give medical advice, so you won't find dosing information in this post. Rather, we're just listing the top herbs we ourselves use and what we use them for. If you haven't taken my free series on how to use medicinal herbs in your own home, you really should. It's a perfect jumping off point to using herbal home remedies. When to harvest for medicinal use. Harvesting your medicinal herbs and plants is different depending on which part of the plant is used for each remedy. For some plants, you'll want to harvest the leaves before the plant flowers. This ensures you're harvesting the leaves at the height of their medicinal potency. For some plants you'll want to harvest the flower, usually just as the flower is beginning to open. Still other plants aren't harvested until the plant dies back and you'll use the root of the plant. To know how to harvest your medicinal herbs, come along with Carolyn as she walks you through the cottage garden, demonstrating when and how to harvest medicinal herbs. Knowing which herbs to plant. Knowing which herbs to plant comes down to a personal choice. My recommendation is to look through the list of herbs and read about their common uses, then decide which herbs will help the majority of the issues you and your family face. Planting herbs that you'll use is top priority. If you don't think you'll use them, they can certainly brighten up your yard, but it's always best to plant what you'll use. Peppermint. You'll notice there are many culinary herbs that are also medicinal in nature. These are some of the easiest herbs to grow because you'll likely have many uses for them, both to cook with and to treat symptoms. Some people need to be careful about planting peppermint because it can invade and spread all over your garden. Using a pot to detain the plant might be the best solution. Peppermint is wonderful for upset stomachs and can even help with motion sickness. It's a very cooling herb and wonderful made into an herbal tea or tincture. If you want to learn more best medicinal herbs, so click the link in video description for visit the official website. Calendula. Calendula is well known for its soothing properties. You'll oftentimes find calendula in herbal salves, body washes, and even shampoos. It has a beautiful flower and makes a great addition to the garden. The flowers, which can vary in color, will drop their seeds and come back year after year. It's easy to grow calendula and is also a great pollinator because the insects like it. Although the flavor of calendula isn't the best on its own, when combined with something like peppermint, it makes a great tea. Use this tutorial to make a healing calendula oil infusion for medicinal use. Bee balm. Also known as bergamot or monarda, bee balm is a wonderful plant because of its antimicrobial properties. This means it's antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. Antimicrobial plants are some of the best medicinal plants to grow because they can cover a variety of issues. Lemon balm. Lemon balm is also in the mint family, so plant wisely. If I had to pick only one herb to plant in my garden, I'd pick lemon balm because of all the medicinal uses it has. Not only is it great tasting, it's very light and very gentle, so it's a great herb for children. It's also a strong and effective herb. In the pharmaceutical world, the stronger a medicine is, the more dangerous it is, but this is not always the case with the herbal world. An herb can be very strong and also very gentle. Tulsi, holy basil. Also a favorite because of its culinary uses, tulsi is an adaptogen which is great for energy. It helps you adapt during stressful times and helps regulate the stress response. Echinacea. Probably one of the better-known herbs, echinacea is great to use when building up your immune system, like if an illness is already in the house. This plant is best harvested the second year, so it has time to spread. When you harvest echinacea, you pull it up by the root and harvest the whole plant. So you'll want to allow your bed to expand and build up a bit before pulling it up. You can use different parts of the plant, but the roots are the most powerful. Elecampane. Elecampane is a great herb for bronchial issues. If you're prone to consistent bronchial infections, this would be a fantastic medicinal herb to grow in your garden. You also harvest the roots of this plant, so it's best to allow it to become well established. Sage. Sage is a lovely culinary herb and is also wonderful for a wide variety of ailments. Perhaps one of the best medicinal benefits is its oral uses. If you have a toothache, a cold sore, or a sore throat, you can pick a few leaves and chew them up, then place them near the affected area. Oregano. Oregano is a must-have in our family because it's so delicious on pizza. We use it in a lot of our cooking, but it is perhaps one of the most powerful herbs out there. Oregano might be the best medicinal herb to grow because it's antimicrobial, so it will help fight against viruses, fungi, and bacteria. It's also extremely high in antioxidants. Garlic. Every herb garden should have garlic and onions growing, even if you don't like the taste in your food. Their medicinal purposes are incredible. They are antimicrobial and help fight all kinds of illness. We grow garlic for medicinal and culinary uses. Many people love to ferment garlic in honey and, at first sign of illness, eat a clove or two of garlic to help knock out the illness in a flash. Horseradish. Horseradish is an incredibly spicy root that pairs very well with meat dishes. One of my favorite ways to serve it is grated, then mixed in with some cultured sour cream to use as a dip for meat or potatoes. Horseradish grows in a clump, but will spread out over the years as it grows, so decide on an area of your garden where you don't mind it taking up some space. Hollyhock. Hollyhocks are beautiful to grow in the garden. They're a bit prettier than marshmallow, but very closely related. You can eat all parts of the plant and the flowers really add a nice touch to salads. Hollyhock is a mucilaginous herb, which means they have a thick gelatinous consistency. They swell in water. This is wonderful for soothing a sore throat and protecting irritated tissues. Yarrow. Depending on where you live, you might be able to forage for wild herbs, including yarrow. If you can find it locally, by all means, don't plant it in your garden. It is one herb I won't be without because of how effectively it helps stop bleeding. With many kids in our family, this is something we're bound to need from time to time. Chamomile. Probably the most recognized use for chamomile is as a tea to promote sleep. It has a wonderful sweet flavor, some say almost like a pineapple, and is great to drink before bedtime. Chamomile is a great medicinal herb to grow because it's so soothing. It's also wonderful for an upset stomach and gas pain. It is an annual plant, so you'll need to replant it year after year. Dill. We always have dill in our garden because it's so wonderful for pickling cucumbers and other veggies, plus our ferments usually have some dill stuck in there because we all love the flavor. We grow dill medicinally because the seed is also fantastic to help eliminate gas and/or bloating. Just take a few seeds and chew them up. If you want to learn more best medicinal herbs, so click the link in video description for visit the official website.